All right, fantastic. So the next part of the big circle, small circle principle is to do the opposite. So we showed you a small circle up top and a big circle down low and how they help each other. But let's talk about the big circle up top and a small circle down below. So the first thing is the big circle up top. So we're going to use the old arm lock where the arm is stretched out and we got pressure in the shoulder. So this is something like where we have captured a wrist, and then we're putting pressure into the shoulder. We could be putting that pressure into the shoulder with our hand. We could be putting that in with our arm and doing something like this, right? And now we want to be able to take that person down, okay? But this is a very large circle that I'm trying to create. This lever from this point and this point is turning this large circle here in order for this action to work, okay? So if I'm doing this and I'm trying to get this person under control, if I step big circle, then they can just walk around me, okay? Even if I try to do the exact Aikido waltz move and go like this, they just run around it, okay? So what we have to do instead is use a much smaller circle for this movement. So here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step back very tight in my circle. This is one of the few times that we would ever teach anybody to cross their feet across each other during a fight. We don't do that very often because a lot of times you're off balance. But if I've already got this level of control here, then what I want to do is I want to step tight. And when I do, that creates the takedown in front of me this way. Okay? Because I've got this big circle up top and I'm spiraling towards that smaller circle down below. And what that does, that creates force that he can't keep up with, right? So once again, the concept is I've got this arm trapped and I get to here, okay? And instead of taking a big step, I take a small step in here like this. And as I do, I put my pressure in and I spin to the ground, and that's gonna put pressure on him going down, right? I can continue also to step through that. So I get to here, right? And then I step tight. And when I do, I can also just step through a little bit, again, keeping my steps small, and that can be another part of the takedown. So just like with the wrist lock, this can also be done off of a parry from a strike. Right now, again, this takes a lot of timing on your part, but if that person throws that punch and you commit to here and then get into this position, right? So the idea again is parry the strike, okay? Grab it, some kind of wrist control, slide to here, right? Okay, here I've got this controlled. Now I step tight, okay? And I drive him to the ground, okay? Almost. So, boom. From here, right? Step right down for it. Yep.